Welcome back, guys. Session 2 of Icewind Dale, Rime and the Frostmaiden. Hopefully we don't have any technical difficulties this time. Hopefully the audio is sweet. Hopefully the cameras are a little bit better and don't shut off this time. So, recap. Recap from last week. What do we remember? What do we remember?
Not much.
Not much. That's why I thought we'd start off with a recap.
Fortnight ago.
It was a fortnight ago.
My brain doesn't work that far.
So, reintroduce us to your character, Nicole.
Uh-oh.
Reintroduce us to your character, Chicken.
What's my name again? I'm the little old dwarf called Crumb.
Crumb?
He is a artificer.
Yep. What does he look like? We have a little description.
He has like white hair, white beard, normal kind of looking dwarf. Maybe
dwarf,
a little bit skinnier than other dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Introduce us to your character, Hearn.
My character is a human ranger. Mm-hmm. She is an orphan. She's been growing up in the 10 towns. She's average looking human, dark skinned. Yeah.
And what's her name?
Estrid.
Estrid. Thank you.
This is all because you don't remember, isn't it?
Oh, he's figured it out.
What's his character called?
Introduce us to your character. That's exactly what I'm doing. Introduce us to your character, Josh. Because I'm a potato.
A big old Goliath called Shah.
Did you put Josh and Josh?
Yeah, a special kind of breed.
Sorry, start again. Go.
I am a Goliath.
Yep.
Called Shah.
Yep.
That's a cleric. He's bold and he has jellyfish around his collar.
Jellyfish.
Yes.
Does everyone remember the jellyfish?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Go see.
I can't wait for puzzles. Man.
Your character's name is Shah, correct?
Yes, Shah.
Sweet.
3 best friends.
Nicole.
Alright, ASL. I am Torak. I'm
You're
what?
old.
I'm a male.
16
I am 32, and I am
Like
in
Longwood.
Icewind Dale at the moment.
What's the
Probably.
thing?
Is that the place we're actually at? Yeah, it's cool. Alright.
You're in the town of Bryn Shander.
We're in Bryn Shander. Yeah, because we beat those people out the front and then had to do a weird quest or something.
Yeah.
So I'm slightly light brown with some reddish tones. Big yak. I'm a yak.
Big yak.
Did I actually mention that? I'm not sure, but I'm a yak.
What sound does a yak make?
Yak.
There will not be a time we do this where you will not, you do that every time.
Absolutely. Get used to that. Yep. Alright, so what do we remember from last session?
We
What
got
happened?
the.
Give us a recap.
We went and got the wagon back from the Goblin Boys.
All bear picks.
And
I was
you-
probably MVP in that, by the way.
I think so.
You got rid of my sweet holiday I was going to ride.
Yeah.
Do you remember who you did that little mission for?
Yeah, my boss.
Whose name is...
Shit.
Scram
Sack?
No.
No, that's the.
That's the barkeep, yeah.
I know he Garn the Hammer.
Garn the Hammer, there you go. And he has the blacksmith
Black Iron Blades.
black iron blades.
That's where I work. Why would I not know that?
Yes, shit blacksmith. Commonly not loved by the people of Bryn Shander.
Got 10% off though.
Did get a 10% off discount card, little
Worth.
coupons.
Worth.
So at the end of last session, you met another dwarf.
Yes, the warrior female.
Yep.
Her name, she's a shield maiden.
No.
Yep.
Hiln
That's
Trollbane.
Yep, that's the one. This boy takes good notes.
Yeah, man.
I have
this stuff.
One of my sentences is something singing wakes us up. Singing from fish people? Or it could be Clark? I'm not sure. It's really badly written.
This is like the Iron Key. Or whatever,
Yeah.
She wants us to tail Sephet Caltro,
That's the one.
who works for Torga Icewind
There
in
you
company
go.
of Tor.
I can't spell.
Perfect.
Jeez.
Perfect. And do you remember why she asked you to track him down?
Because she thinks
He might be the murderer.
three victims.
Do you remember there was something
down.
significant about there was 3 murders?
Icy wounds.
An icy dagger or icy wound mark to the heart. So there was one of their characters, a halfling, was killed in Bryn Shander. Sorry, a dwarf glassblower was killed in Bryn Shander.
Shipbuilder, human in Targo, and a halfling trapper in East Haven.
Correct.
Bada bing, bada boom.
So, where would we like to investigate?
Go to glass floor first.
I think we need to
where
tell
you
the
are.
other two what's happening. Because they have no fucking idea what we're doing.
Oh yeah, because you were all speaking in Dwarvish.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just sat in a log.
Secret conversation time.
Meanwhile, we're speaking in Goliath, I think.
Yeah. Goliath
Oh,
friends.
shit.
Goliath friends. That's right. Yeah.
So like Goliath would be
Does
like
Goliath-
ants.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it'd be like the ant.
Yeah.
Hello.
Don't be
We got one
hated.
sentence done and Tony had the whole speech.
So, so you'd like to ask and then do a little investigate regarding the casualty, the murder victim in Bryn Shander?
You'll obviously
Why are you
ask Hiln what she knows about the dwarf glassblower.
Yep.
Where he's from, where his shop is, all that sort of jazz.
So she essentially tells you that the person to ask would be the speaker of Bryn Shander. Every town has a speaker. That's basically like their official, their politician. That in the conglomeration of 10 towns, that's the person who basically is like the mayor of the town. So the speaker of Bryn Shander is Duvessa Shane. And she's a human. Sorry for the names. Duvessa.
whatever.
Looks and sounds right.
Yeah.
And she is in fact the council of the speakers. The head of the council of the speakers. And she tells you that might be a place to start.
So instead of her knowing, like, I thought she was like, all over this jazz. Instead of actually knowing where he was, we're gonna go talk to someone.
Well,
else
that's
about
where the body will be.
it. Right.
It's already happened. So, the sheriff, there's a sheriff in the town. The sheriff's name is Markham Southwell. And he's the commander of the militia. So,
Who was the sheriff again?
Markham,
Markham.
Mark Hams.
Southwell, Southern.
That's not how I spelled it.
What did you spell that?
He's not admitting to that one.
So essentially that's where the body will be. That's the militia are kind of, got it under wraps, got it, on ice,
So to speak.
so to speak.
Aye.
You love it. You love
Talk
it.
again.
You love it.
How many children do you have so far?
Just you 4.
That's a lie. There's much more than that.
What would you like to go? So this was night. Was this night or day? Do you remember?
This was the evening after.
Yeah.
So would you like to go talk to Duvessa
Not really. It's not like a morning
at
drink.
night?
Just so everyone knows, I'm about 3 drinks down minimum at this point.
Okay.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Gets the tongue going, you know.
As a dwarf, that's like really a starter for me. Good.
Well,
Would you like to go investigate now? Would you like to rest up in the morning, have a quick chat, and then head off to the next town? So the town of East Haven is 7.5 hours away. If you have, so that's on foot. If you have mounts or dog sleds,
Well, that's right. We went to find out how much the mounts went
Expensive.
down. Really fucking
Really
expensive.
so if you have mounts or dog sleds, it'll halve that time.
No.
Targos is the next closest. That is 2 hours travel. And what was the third place? Do you remember?
Hang on.
Prince
Targos
Edward,
is
where
the
you are.
closest place?
Targos is the closest. It's
Okay.
2 hours away. Well, the closest place is where you are now. Bridgender.
I feel like we
It's
should
a 5-minute walk up the road.
Bridgeshand first.
Mhm.
Probably.
Oh yeah, well, I'm quite keen to go get like the show on the road. Talk to Duressa Shane.
Yeah.
I
Tonight?
don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what everyone else wants to do. We
Yeah,
could
might as well.
maybe we could go and talk to her. Is it
Yeah,
her,
her,
she-
her
she's-
over some wines. Estrid.
Yeah. I'll get the wine.
Take some. Take a little. Get a little roadie. Take a
I'll
six
take,
pack.
I'll take a couple of roadies of wine.
Yeah. Are you accruing a tally at the
I paid it off last time.
the
before we
North Look?
left.
But like, is this going to be?
I'll start a new tab and get some wines.
Okay.
We need and some cheese.
Yeah.
Always looks nice to bring
Fancy.
cheese with
Couple
you.
crackers and bread.
No,
Yeah,
just cheese.
fancy.
Provide their own
Just
crackers.
cheese.
A wheel of cheese.
Not made of money.
I have brought you a wheel of cheese.
So,
I'm stoked.
are we ready to go have a look?
Yes.
Now, happy to do
Where
that.
does old mate Hill know where the speaker lives?
She says in the speaker's house, obviously the biggest, most central, like the town hall, the biggest
Okay.
centre of the town. Estrid will know where that is. Growing up in and around 10 towns, she's quite familiar with how to navigate, yeah, we should be able to get there. It's a short walk. So you're bringing some bread and cheese and some wine. Sweet. So essentially, you get to the speaker's house, Devessa's house. The Brinshanda town hall. Out the front, there's two guards standing guard. They don't seem to hinder your entrance. They allow you to pass through. And as you enter in, there's a small kind of like a big meeting table in the center of a big room. And then at the back, there's a smaller table, and there is a female human. You know her, Estrid, to be Devessa, a male who looks to be of importance, and a couple of kind of older folks sitting around the table, and it looks like they're having a whispered kind of discussion.
Do we know who? Obviously, I've been around town a little bit, not heaps, but
It's Markham Southall,
Okay.
the leader of the town militia.
yeah.
So do you approach the
I feel like
the
we
table?
can just burst in like
Yeah,
that.
for
I
sure.
just look up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sweet. They kind of like stop talking as you approach. Everyone, give me a perception check. That's not great.
Oh, natural 20.
Sweet.
Must be nice.
16.
16.
It's not something that really matters though.
14.
So Torak, you definitely hear,
Mhm.
and Estrid and Crumb, you kind of hear the words you hear are dagger and ice. Torak, you hear them say that, and the another victim has escaped the lottery. Don't write that down.
I'm not writing it
Cool.
down.
Good.
I wrote down ice dagger
Cool. Cool.
in air quotes.
With a dagger of ice.
Sorry, dagger ice.
A dagger of ice through the chest.
Yak's got good hearing.
And good dice.
Another victim has escaped the lottery with a dagger of ice.
Yep. Oh. Audio works.
Audio Yak is here.
So what's the so as you approach, they kind of stop and they say, excellent. Are you folks here for some kind of reward? Has Garn the Hammer sorted you out for bringing the iron?
As you know, my boss is really tight with his coin. We haven't been.
You see the other two, not Duvessa and not Markham, kind of like smile and smirk and like make eye contact with each other, like, yeah, we know. As you get closer, you know them to be. You've seen them around town. You two guys, you've seen them around town, and they are members of the local militia.
Okay.
No one important, just kind of like older, older members of the militia.
Would you be willing to cover his tab?
As it's a private enterprise.
Don't forget about those bandits.
Yes. The Markham says, yes. The troublemakers out the front of the town gate. Thank you for dealing with that. A minor inconvenience. We've had more and more of the local barbarians come and cause trouble closer and closer to town, especially when there's, threats of yetis, which also seem to be wandering closer and closer to town. But as Garn has a private enterprise, unfortunately, it has nothing to do with the people of Bridgeshanda, but we thank you anyway.
It's a very political answer.
Too good.
So what brings you to the town hall this late of night?
We're here to maybe help you, depending on how much you're willing to help us.
Make me an insight check, both of you two.
Hang on.
Yeah, that's
16.
2.
I noticed nothing.
So you, Torak, you see Duvessa kind of like shifty eyes. Help us how?
To improve the safety of the town.
We have our walls.
They don't seem to be working very well.
Well, when we close the gates, we keep everyone out.
And you keep people in too.
This is where people want to be. They want to be safe and secure inside.
Is it safe and is it secure though?
What are you referring to?
I know one of my kind recently has been murdered.
Markham stands up and he says, it's under control. The town militia are investigating. We're on the case.
How long have they been on the case?
I believe he has only 3 days. 3 days since the glass blower was murdered.
Well, we've been on the case for 30 minutes to an hour, and I think we probably know more than you.
Minutes to it.
It's 4th time.
Yeah, we'll go slower.
I love it.
Apparently, there have been other instances of murders in other towns that have similar forms of death by an ice dagger or an ice weapon.
So within the past month, I don't know if this is information that I told you guys, but within the past month, that's when the human and the halfling were killed. And the dwarf glassblower was 3 days ago. So Markham says the troubles and trials and tribulations of the other villages in 10 towns, it's not really our concern. So we don't really know or care what goes on outside of the walls of Bridgeshanda. And Devessa steps in front.
Seems to be a very insular way of thinking. Like
She
just
kind of
about
like
yourself.
pushes her hand and kind of like moves Markham out the way. And she says, if you would like to travel and investigate for us, and whatever clues you can gather, the people and the shops and the taverns of Brinshanda, I'm sure, will be grateful. And we'll see if something comes of this, if we can make it worth your while. But we have our own investigation happening as to what's happening, and for the time being, that's all we can offer you. Is if you get some results, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
So you want us to work free?
I'm not asking you to work. I'm saying that if you do, there might be something in it for you. One of the militia men, one of the older men, says, the safety of 10 towns is important, especially with the Frostmaiden and her perpetual curse. And then one of the other old men kind of like spits on the ground when he mentions the curse.
That's what I'm going to say.
I spit because everyone's doing it.
Yep, that makes sense. That works. So
now that we're here, I don't know if this is like. Now that we're here, anyway, we brought wine and cheese. I'm wondering if like you would like to partake in some of our gifts.
wares. The two older militia guys kind of like.
Not you two.
But Devessa says we were just wrapping up our little meeting, so we're actually done for the night.
Oh, we weren't wanting to have a meeting. We
We
just
appreciate the offer, but we had other business to attend to.
This bitch is a tough one, correct?
Oh, I really want to do something about this.
Do it.
Sure.
I'll just walk out the room.
Markham says, I'll show you out.
Crom just like does a, and then just like turns around and walks out like a big huff.
Shah goes out as well.
Mhm.
Yep.
I don't need to be shown the way out. I literally walked in, I can find it.
That's a sassy
Sassy.
Estrid follows.
She looks at the two guards and goes, "You know where to find us, lads." And just kind of hops out. Hops and skips out.
Are any of them
Sounds
carrying
like
like
whimsical
papers
fun.
or anything? Anything that looks of import on them?
Oh yeah, hang on.
19.
Rough. Does that shit all
One
the
roll,
time.
As I walk
I'll
out,
decapitate them.
I say, "A fool and their money are soon parted."
What's money got to do with it?
I I don't know.
Anyway.
We got some sayings. We're taking the sitcom.
Are you a poet?
So essentially, what's the plan now?
Good bloody question.
I'm kind of like, if we're not like, Crumb's kind of annoyed because like if we're doing it for nothing, like I don't want to do it.
There's another town that'll pay
Yeah,
us.
but we're
No,
still,
why would we walk all that
we're
way?
still getting 100 gold pieces each from the dwarf.
From what's her face?
Shield Maiden. Lass.
Hlyn
Oh,
Trollbane.
that's right. She's still paying us.
Mhm.
Forgot about that.
I'm just not telling.
Mine looks like I wrote
Yeah.
retired hunter 100
Retired.
years old, but it's actually got older.
Oh boy.
Would
That expert. No
either of us, given that he would be in the industry, know where the glass blowing dwarf would have?
Yeah, you probably know.
Worked.
This
It
is
was
like
like-
what I said before. I didn't even like why did we even go and see him? Like, why didn't we just start our own investigation?
Yeah. I reckon we should just go
Would
have
you
have a
we'll go-
mosey.
Yeah.
And now he's out in the cold with cheese mine.
Let's just crack open some wine as we walk.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Gotta stay warm.
Yeah.
In the winter.
Oh, man.
Offer everyone a swig.
Behind the wheel.
I don't drink wine.
A good back here.
Only beers.
So a quick little kind of like 10 minute walk through the streets of Bryn Shander. You eventually, like, you don't know exactly where the glass blower's hut is, but you know, like, the industrial area kind of where it would be, the craftsman's area where it would be. So you make your way there and you eventually find it. It's the door has been boarded up, and the essentially the all the lights are off, and the windows are kind of like, it's been 3 days, no one's been in
I
there,
just
really.
walk up with Max and smash the door in.
Give me a strength check.
He's trying. Ooh.
Plus 32.
12.
It takes you a couple of chops. The door won't close again. It's open. Cool. So you smash the door open. You head in. Is everyone heading in?
I'll attempt to get in.
Doing an investigate. Oh yeah, big boy. It is a dwarf's residence.
Shit, maybe
So
not.
you can get in, but it's both of you guys are kind of like,
Where,
I'm not that. I'm pretty standard sized.
yeah, but you're big and got horns.
so where are we?
Oh, true.
In Bryn Shander, in the industrial area, in the
I am
glass
6
blower's house, looking for some clues.
I am 6 foot.
I'm 6'4". It's I hit my head on things all the time.
Maybe I'll wait for everyone to go in. I'll just peek my head in.
Hello.
Stay out of the way.
Yeah. If those two are 14 feet tall, I'll go in behind you again.
Yeah.
Grab a mosey.
Everything in here is made for crumb size.
So
like,
what
perfectly.
is this town like electricity?
No, everything's lanterns
Candle and
and
lanterns?
candles and stuff. Yeah.
I like some lanterns.
We doing an investigate? Everyone, give me an investigate check.
What are you like? Can I do it from the doorway?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're looking through the stuff.
Yeah, there's no need.
I see.
15.
Oh,
15.
18.
13.
So
Um,
Can't see
you
much from the door.
no.
can't see much from the door.
It's fucking snows and you're like,
Estrid lights the lanterns, and you're just like, man, it's real bright in there now. You kind of like digging through some stuff. Torak, you find a bunch of unpaid invoices from clients. You rolled a 15, Estrid. You find correspondence between some of the other towns. Nothing kind of like super like death threats. And you, Crumb, you find a letter with a broken seal from with the seal of Bryn Shander. So the city of Bryn Shander has a basically the crest is 2 antlers, like elk antlers, and a grain, like a wheat sheaf, like a little wheat fucking majigger. Like a cartoon wheat. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Fuck off.
A weed thingamajigger right there.
Hang on.
Done.
Describe it. Yeah, pretty much. Bingo. Bingo. Hearn drew it. I can show you a picture actually.
Thanks, man.
Easier, isn't it?
Yeah, I nailed that.
Yeah, you did.
100%.
Oh yeah.
I'd say like 80%, but
So it's a broken wax seal with the letter, with an envelope. Sorry,
Can I read it?
it's empty.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Just an envelope.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I thought it was open with the letter in it.
Yeah, the envelope's open, but there's no letter there.
Right. Can I look for the letter?
Would you like to?
Yes.
Yeah. Were you going to tell everyone else, or are you just going to look for yourself?
Oh, is anyone watching on the
They're all investigating and searching.
Not really.
Okay, go for it.
A 9.
he regrets not telling everyone.
Yeah.
Is this like multiple rooms, a basement?
It's kind of like a big workshop / shop. There'd be a couple of little small rooms, a bedroom and a kitchen. Nothing crazy.
I might go for a wander around.
Around? Yeah.
Around, have a
For sure.
look-sees around.
Go for it. Make a nature survival check, and
I'll definitely do survival.
and a investigate.
Okay.
So which one's first?
22 for the survival.
Sweet.
Oh god, maybe not so much. Great for 6 for the.
So even though it's winter and cold and snowy and stuff, you actually find there is footprints and boot scuff marks leading to a window. It looks potentially. Have you lived in cities or in the wilderness?
On ships and docks
Okay,
and
cool.
stuff.
You would know that it looked like someone tried to climb the
So, right, and
into
is
the
this
building.
same window into the house that everyone else is in?
Yeah.
I'll have a gander in the window.
It looks into the into the workshop and stuff
gotcha.
like that, but it looks like somebody's climbed in from the outside.
Very smart.
So,
Not role playing, that's just me. I'll attempt to trace the tracks back. Oh, there's all gone.
No.
Gotcha. Okay.
you're lucky enough to find what you found.
So are we in the workshop part or are we in the main part?
Wherever you want.
I was going to go look where his crafty tools and all that stuff are, see if I see anything of
Give me
interesting
a
or anything fun.
just give me an investigation or a perception, whatever. Investigation, let's go that. That's probably more accurate.
21.
It just looks like a well-used workshop. It's cold. All the tools are cold.
Is there anything valuable?
Glass blowing equipment.
Is there anything swipeable?
Some really cool-looking like potion bottles
Yeah, I'll take them.
that are empty.
I'll put them in my bag.
Go for it. Done. Right, 5 ornate glass blowing empty potion bottles.
Is there any other rooms that haven't been checked?
You're pretty much
So
sorted.
it's just a single level.
Is the house made? What's the house made from? Wood. The flooring is just all.
And stone. Well, I think actually everything in 10 Towns is mostly stone. It's not many trees, so it's stone.
Can I notice that there's any like secret doors or anything? Or because
You're a dwarf. Yep. Do artificey things.
what do you want me to use? Investigation.
Sure.
24. He always does that shit. He makes me roll it. He's like,
You're sure that there's no secret
no,
doors?
fair enough. I just want to be sure.
Yeah, absolutely. To be sure.
Does it look like this place has been cleared out already? Like, does it look like someone's been through here? No. And
So
he-
it look-
was he killed here? Do we know that?
You didn't ask, so you don't know.
Does it look like, can you see any, like, blood stains? Is there any signs of fighting inside?
there looks like yes, there's like some shattered glass and stuff. You probably come to the conclusion that there was a little tussle inside in the workshop. Some broken glass on the floor and some tools on the floor. Everything else kind of looks like, you know, when you go into someone's shed and all the tools are like where they should be. There's a few things out of place. Sorry, Nicole?
Oh no, that's all good. I wasn't sure if you were done or not, and then it's like, nope, you're halfway through talking. So if there's nothing else to do inside, I'm just going to go walk back outside, take a swig and find Shah.
Yep, Shah.
Yep.
You see Shah kind of like standing at the window, looking around, investigating.
Did you say those footprints are going in or out?
In.
In. Okay. Do all the other places around look like there's people home? Or they're all left?
Absolutely.
I wonder. Let me just double check something.
You're good.
No, that's not going to work. I was like, oh, just disguise myself as a dwarf, but only go 1 foot shorter. So I'll be an 8 foot.
Big old dwarf.
That doesn't work.
We've done investigating.
My shortest attention span is definitely done investigating here. I just start having a drink and some cheese.
Just sit down on the little step. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I'd be the same.
I kind of would have had a peek at what Shah was looking at, and then
Yeah. It looks
Probably
it looks like, you know, you both come to the conclusion it looks like somebody climbed in the window.
We're
Yeah.
good at what we're doing.
yeah.
Smart.
Would you like to have an investigate roll of dice as well?
Yeah, sure.
You might roll
40. No.
Oh, hang on, that was good. 17.
Yeah, you come to the same conclusion. You don't really learn much new, like no new information. Nothing great. If you roll like a natural 20, I would have just made something up on the spot.
Yeah.
Places.
Give you something to write some notes for. Yeah.
Don't think there's much we can learn from this.
Would you like to maybe go sneak into and find out like where the morgue is? And go have a look at the body?
Is there something like that here? Because I wouldn't know.
In the town hall, you would assume that there'd be a room somewhere like that. That's normally what would happen, especially if the militia leader is investigating, potentially.
We so should have traveled the mission.
The militia man.
That's it. Militia man. Back.
Why didn't you then?
Don't know.
Silly sausage.
I wouldn't.
Pretty dumb. That's why.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have the experience to know that, so not sure.
Would you think to go look at the body? You don't care. Would you think to go look at the body?
Oh, of the dwarf's house we're looking at, the glass
Yeah.
blower. Didn't we already? Is that the first one we saw or not?
I haven't looked at the corpse yet.
Oh, okay.
No, don't care.
I mean, I guess. Probably be interesting. See if there's some information we can get from it.
Yeah, I'll go yakety yak.
All gone back. Are you going in the front way? Are you going to try to like sneak in and go in?
Sneaking. That's what we're doing. Sneaking in.
I'm a good sneaker.
So, Estrid, you probably know that there is an area, basically like ice and snow in the backyard of the town hall, and that's kind of where they keep the bodies
Dump them
on
in the
ice.
garden.
Yeah, pretty much. They kind of like bury them in the ice and the snow to keep them cold, stop them from decomposing. Why keep it inside and bring all that in? So that's a common thing in the 10 towns. So
Lots of the bodies are just outside.
the one body, yes, yeah.
Oh, he's the only dead person in the village.
Yeah, the other two are in other villages.
No, just like normal deaths
We'll
or
find
anything.
out, won't we?
Oh,
I'll make that up on the spot.
Is this like someone's house or an actual like place of residence or a work?
It's like the town hall. So when the
Does anyone
speaker
live
changes,
there, though?
yeah, the speaker does.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want to break in.
Yeah, is there any guards about?
Yeah, there's
There
two
is.
guards standing at the front door when you
Right.
left. So it's probably safe to assume that there might be other guards.
So I'd probably actually go and talk to them and just say, hey, look, we were given authorization from the speaker to
Make me a
Head of council.
persuasion check.
okay.
Guidance, get a +4. You might need it.
Oh, natural 20 plus 4.
Didn't even do it.
Plus whatever. What's your persuasion bonus?
Hang on. Plus 2 as well.
Should have Obi-Wan.
They say, yeah, go. You. One of them actually takes you in the back, brings a lamp, and everything,
Right.
and just takes you straight through.
Yeah,
Can't let
wow.
us fight that, can I? So he
Does he
kind of-
like tell us about like what happened and?
He doesn't really know. He kind of like
Oh.
casually, the body's been here for 3 days. He tells you the information you already know, like the common information that the townsfolk would know. And he kind of like awkwardly stands around,
What's your name?
and then he's like, "Oh, I better get back to it." And he hands you the lamp, and he like fucks
Just
off.
asked his name.
I'm Bryn.
Bryn.
From Bridge.
That's a
What's your last name?
McShander.
Oh,
Guardian.
that was the classic Peter Griffin moment.
Tier Griffin. Yep. Bryn McShander.
Oh man.
You can probably tell he's never left Bryn Shander in his
Yeah,
entire
nah, you wouldn't say that. But we're going to remember that one.
Yeah.
Come back, say hello to him later.
So he's showing us where it is
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Just kind of like leaving you to it.
Well,
Here's-
yeah,
here's the
I'm used to
lantern.
handling dead bodies. I just go have a look at like dead animals.
So there's like one mound.
I just kick the snow off it.
Yep.
And have a look.
So essentially, you see like a little frozen dwarf. He looks to be
What's the ice cream?
wearing like night clothes, so like not pajamas, but it's cold, so like long johns. There we go, that's the word, and stuff. And then you see into his heart. There's like a hole that's been like stabbed, and almost like the wound has been like cauterized, but frostbite. So like when someone gets freezer burnt, like literally like that, like and you recall that Hiln said that a dagger of ice was found or assumed to have stabbed.
There's no dagger in there. There's no shards. There's nothing in there.
Now, would you like to take a medicine check to like kind of like
Definitely.
Can I do at the same time with an arcana check to check if there's like any magical
Go for it.
means towards
Go
it,
for it.
even though I'm probably not smart enough. We'll see.
19.
Don't worry.
19? It's kind of like
Don't worry at all.
almost like a crystal has like stabbed, like something that's it's not a knife. It's like a something sharp, but not like a blade has cut through. And then all of the insides. He's cold and frosty now, but it looks like extreme cold. Has done the old stabberino.
I tell the others.
I agree.
I tell them it doesn't look like a knife, but it looks sharp. Must be from gun shop if it's sharp then.
Zing.
Got him. I laugh at my own joke.
Take another swig of your wine. That's pretty much
Jeez.
all of the information you can kind of gather from the body.
I kick some snow back.
Would one of you like to look for search his pockets and
I would have done it while I was
stuff?
there.
Yeah, sick. Nothing. There's nothing in his pockets. Maybe like a pocket
I
watch,
assume it would have
stuff
already
like that.
been.
Letter's not in
No
there.
letter. So would we like?
She can never tell us about this murder.
Can I try to sneak inside?
If you'd like to.
Yep. I just would like to maybe sneak in and see if there's like a desk in there or something.
Would you like to go look through windows and stuff?
Yeah.
First, to find like a place to... How's a Lowe's?
Lowe's, please.
You go to the first window. You're like... and you see somebody walk past.
I'm not that sure.
There's people moving around inside.
Yeah.
And kind of like every window you go to, there's kind of like people inside. It's probably like 9-10 p.m. by this point. There's people kind of like walking around inside. Would you still like to try to sneak in?
I would like to try to make a small object. Might take me I would like to make an object that emits a stinky odor.
To do a fart, okay.
Yeah, like real bad odor.
While he's making that, can I do something?
Go for it.
When we were coming in, were the guards inside or just the two out the
Standing
front?
out the front.
Just the two out front? I kind of have a sneak suspicion of what he's doing, so I just wander back to the guards out front. And are they still just standing around?
Yep.
Let's have a sit next to them and give them some cheese and wine.
Sorry, we don't drink on the job.
Let's sit next to them and start drinking. And
Yeah.
keep them all
Yeah,
and
they kind of like awkwardly stand.
Yeah.
Just awkwardly stand around and just like
Can't-
pretend.
can't drink, but you can eat.
Pretend you're not there.
That's alright. I just keep doing it and I keep talking to them,
Cool.
being annoying, asking them questions.
Mhm.
What you doing?
So yeah, I'm gonna just sit there against the wall and make this little
Little fart machine kind of thing.
this little ball
Yeah.
that I'm going to like crack the door. Is there a door or something?
There's like a back door, there's a side door.
Or is there a window that might be a little ajar or
Windows.
something?
Would you like to do a little investigate?
Yep.
Give me a highs or lows.
We'll go eyes this time.
It's real cold, so all the windows are closed.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll try and like obviously.
Jimmy one.
Nah. Maybe I'll just open the door a little bit, throw it in there. And
The door's locked.
Sick. All right. I'll jimmy a window open then.
Night at a town hall.
What
I
about,
thought it was safe though. So.
what about the door we came through?
I'm not the town speaker. I'm the dungeon master.
Yeah. So I just thought the town was safe, but.
So you like to jimmy a window. So you wait till you listen and you can't hear anything, and you find a window that you can kind of like creak open.
I'm definitely not watching, or I would have stopped him.
I'm definitely watching
Okay.
and standing awkwardly there.
Would you have gone out the front?
I wouldn't have noticed that he's doing that. I'd probably just be like looking around the place
Playing
or
with the dead
going up
body.
to talk to the guards and just having a good time.
Sweet.
So I'm probably like, obviously gonna try and use my thieves' tools.
Oh yeah, that helps.
Yeah. To try and jimmy it open.
You succeed.
Sick. And then obviously just roll the ball in there, like close the, and then stink.
Yeah.
Pure putrid dead person stink.
You hear like
Look, I might have even got some dead person stink from the dead pile,
it's cold. It hasn't decomposed yet.
but this little ball made it decompose.
So you hear somebody like coughing inside and stuff, and then you like you hear one of them say, Bryn,
He's going inside now.
change your guard shift, Bryn, and like you hear them like walk away. You hear them, the footsteps get further away.
Cool. So I'll try and
Climb in.
yeah.
Give me an athletics.
Do you want a lift?
off, mate.
Gonna have to
Toss me.
Oh, yep, sick. 7.
I'm
I'm just gonna fall inside.
You struggle to get up,
Boy.
and you kind of like basically fall into the room and tumble, and you kind of like fall forward, and there's like the little ball just make me a constitution check.
Vomit.
Oh, that's alright. Oh no, it's not.
20.
Okay. So you kind of like, you were prepared for it to smell, so you held your breath as you were tumbling in. But if you hadn't, you would have got a face full of the fucking stinky fart. But you're sweet.
Yeah, obviously after doing that, can Shah obviously see me in there?
Yeah, I was just in there watching the whole time.
Yeah.
Would I
You have dark vision?
No, I don't.
Is it not light in the room?
Light enough.
Yeah, so you can see me.
Yeah.
Well, I can still see him though.
Yeah.
Oh no, you could barely see over the windowsill, right?
Oh, yeah, but you're really tall, so like the angle.
You're right.
You're fine.
So I'd just be like this. Come on.
Come in.
Yeah.
There's no one else is coming with us, right?
They're out
I'll wander over and I'll attempt.
You basically just,
get
you
my-
don't even climb. You just like put your leg through.
Alright.
Your issue is getting in,
Getting in,
getting
that's
in the
all,
window,
yeah.
but you just kind of like step inside. Make me a stealth check.
Yeah, I was about to say, where are you about to hide if you need to?
Oh boy.
9? It's not horrible.
You like, lucky the floor is stone.
Can I use him as a cushion?
Lucky the floor is stone, because you kind of like, if it was wood, you would have like clonk clonk, and somebody might have heard it. But you get through, like you make a bit of a noise, and you kind of, and then you stop and hold your breath. You're like, oh, that stinks.
Oh yeah, shit.
But you don't go tumbling into the wall,
Okay.
into the fart pot.
Can I bend down then and turn the thing off and put it back in my pocket?
Absolutely. Sick. Yeah. Still
Sorry
stinky.
about that.
Still stinky. Are you whispering?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a dwarf whisper.
Alright, so what's the plan now that you're inside?
I'll touch him,
That's
which
creepy.
is a bit weird.
The big tall guy.
If
touching
you're
the
willing.
small guy.
I'll give you advantage on stealth checks as blessing of the trickster.
Oh, sick.
Don't you need that? Oh, you can't.
Yeah,
do
I
You
that.
can't do it
myself.
yourself.
So he can make it up for both of us. And I'll stand right behind him.
Oh, yikes.
So I tell him about how I found I'll be like, oh, I found a letter in the glass ball's house with a seal from the town. So I think they might be sending letters to people that they're gonna murder. I think the town's involved.
How'd you figure that out?
I don't know, I'm really smart.
Makes sense.
I don't know. I'm really smart. That's good. That's really.
So yeah, I just think we should maybe look for even that
Why'd you get me?
you're here.
Teamwork
Fair.
makes the dream work.
How many doors are around us? Is it like either side of us, or are we like in the open?
You're in like a little room. There's like a door. It's just like a small, like there's a couple of small little offices, some bedrooms and stuff like that.
We should definitely split up.
Okay.
I'll go that way.
Sounds alright. Oh yeah, this is a great idea. If they find you,
Just kill them.
No, just make out that you don't know where you are, that you're drunk.
Oh, no, I'll do something better, and I'll disguise myself to be an 8-foot tall religious person. In like a monk
Are
outfit.
you telling him that?
Okay, what do I do?
Just say you're a cook. You're the new cook. Here, and can I find an apron? Are we in the kitchen?
Sure. Hang on. How's all this?
where
How's all
are
this?
we?
How's all this?
Pies.
Do you want to be in the kitchen?
Not really.
What room do you want to be
I'd
in?
like to be in the office so we can get in and get out.
Fair.
Yeah, okay, you're in an office kind of thing. Yeah,
How far away is the kitchen?
an office. You don't.
Actually, you know what? Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work.
I'm just gonna pretend I'm dumb.
Pretend. I'll walk through the door of a monk guard.
So you're
Wow.
monking
Yeah,
up.
so I've disguised myself to be 1 foot shorter.
Cool.
So I'm like
So
full
you're like a
human.
human, yeah.
But in like a monk garb, just going around.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Investigating for a letter.
I would like to look. Obviously, like if we can find the letter from the dwarf, that will obviously let us know what's going on here a bit better. Maybe. Hope
Right.
so. Look,
Let's hope so.
it's the best lead we've got so far.
Highs or lows?
Highs.
Tweedledee, Tweedledummer in the house.
One of the guards kind of sits down with you and kind of like eats a little bit of cheese and stuff like that.
It's working.
The master plan.
Bringing them over to the dark side.
So you're searching in this room, Chico.
I'll go to the next room.
You go to the next room. So Shah, give me a investigate check
I can do that.
with
for-
disadvantage because it's
Oh.
dark and you don't have dark vision. There's little bits of light.
Can I use the reflection of my jellyfish to brighten the room up?
No.
Okay, sweet. Oh, natural 1. There we go.
Oh no.
You're like searching and you find you end your way into the kitchen and you're like looking around. Yeah, no letters in here. Yeah, have a search.
Yep.
Yeah. Give me one of them from your little mountain of dice.
It's a cheese dice.
Oh,
Is that a
my
1?
fucking- Natural 1, thank you.
Yeah,
Them two do
there's
this.
there's empty blank paper in
Yep.
this room.
So-
A quill on a little desk. Nothing. No
Yep.
letters. No nothing.
Cool. That's what I wanted. Yeah, I'll obviously,
Go to the next room.
yeah.
Cool. Make me a stealth check.
If it's better.
You got
It's not used
Fresh
to
dice.
advantage?
Oh, advantage, I
Yeah,
do.
you got yourself advantage for an hour.
Oh, it's heaps.
Oh, shit.
Don't
no,
need it.
Don't need it, yeah.
16.
16. Cool. Make this. Are you still in the kitchen? You can stay in the kitchen.
Don't worry, I don't think you have it. Is it concentration? No, no, you got out. Yeah, I'm still, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you rolled a 1, so.
Yeah.
You're in the kitchen. Give me another. You find another little office-looking room.
Yep.
Give me another little searchy boy.
9. It's a little bit better.
A little bit better. This room is like looks like a quarters where someone would stay. A visiting dignitary might stay. Nothing in here.
Okay, next room, obviously.
Go for it. Give me a stealth check. Highs or lows? And a stealth check.
Close.
Lows. Cool. And a stealth check.
23.
Woo, that's a
No,
good.
sorry, 20.
20.
20.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
Are you going room to room now?
Yeah, if I can't see anything, I'll try and stun
No letters in the kitchen.
Nah, of course.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Give me a
yeah.
stealth check.
Set the alphabety suit.
I'm just going to take the dog out.
Fucking
I
hell.
definitely touched that, I'm sorry.
No, that's
Sonic.
right. 6.
Sonic!
6. Highs or lows?
Always highs. Sure.
Highs every day, you're very lucky. So you luckily managed to find your way to another room, searching for a letter.
Dumb luck.
How dumb are you? What's your... Ooh.
Intelligence 8 minus 1.
Jesus Christ.
Make me a... What would be memory? What would be like...
Like wisdom, yeah?
Yeah, make me a wisdom check.
I'll do that because I'm great at wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 21.
Cool, you're like, yep, looking for a letter. Looking for a letter.
Yeah, when he rolled that, he's like, what am I here for again?
So yeah, make me an investigate check. Make you roll all the dice.
Oh, it's a bit better. What's my bonus then? Is it anything? It's +1, so 14. It's not horrible.
You find like another little room, little bedroom kind of thing where dignitaries might stay. This one doesn't look as like very fancy. Maybe like a messenger would stay there, running letters backwards and forwards. You, Crumb, you find a writing desk. This one has 2 candles on the desk. It's quite fancy looking. Potentially this is Duvess's office. And in there you find a wax seal, like a stamp, and wax and stuff. You pick it up and it's got the Bridgeshanda seal on it. and then in there you see like a to-do list kind of thing, and it says find out about what are the little villages called? Find out about Targos. Find out about East Haven. And talk to what's his name? Marcos. Marrakesh. Markham, thank you. Talk to Markham about.
It's a very literal list.
New. What's it called? Talk to Markham about new. Sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
And two of the top two have been crossed off.
I'm taking that piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other pieces of paper in that room.
Just nothing with writing on anything important on there.
Okay. I'm not sure whether I should take the seal as well. I feel like I should.
That might be something.
I feel like I should take it because I feel like I could maybe use it to write a shady letter later.
Frame later.
That's something. That would be something that somebody would notice. Gone.
Oh yeah, definitely. Not denying that.
Yeah.
She's probably noticed her to-do list gone too.
It's like the most sideshow Bob to-do list ever. Dude,
Kill Bart. Right to-do list. Kill Bart.
Okay, and Targos is crossed out.
Targos and East Haven are crossed out.
And East Haven are crossed out.
The only thing left to do is talk to Markham about sacrifice. New sacrifice.
I'm a little disappointed he doesn't have a pre-made letter he can give you.
Me too. I was going to make props.
That's a big old decision.
Roll the dice. How's the lose yourself?
Yeah, I'm not going to take it. So I just took the letter, and that's enough for me. I'm going to go back the way I came because I know there's no
Stealth check.
one sort of that way.
It wasn't, yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah. Fuck. I've got advantage on this, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For a full hour.
Fuck all that. 17.
Cool. You managed to find Shah
Yep.
wandering around, just like looking around in the dark, blind as fuck.
It's like, hey man, I found the office and I found something. So I think that's enough. We've been here long enough. Let's go.
When you kind of like creep up on him, he's like, huh, like, where the fuck did you
And then
come
he
from?
looks
Kind of
kinda
thing.
Swings back over.
Sweet. Happy to go.
Yeah, sure. He's convinced me.
Cool. Give me a stealth check. He's rolled high enough for a stealth check.
11.
11? That's all right. You can get out.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Missions
No one's actually looking for you. No one knows you've broken in. Highs or lows as you closing the window and everything behind you.
Well,
Getting out the window and closing the window and everything.
yep.
Highs or lows.
Lows.
As you kind of like close the window, you see a lantern light fill the window, and you kind of once you're out the window, you kind of like can't see, but you just see the window pane light up, and Shah, you kind of like move out the way of the glass, and it kind of like stops at the window and then keeps going.
Successful mission.
Very nice.
Out to the front.
Yeah, we'll.
I'll walk on.
I'll we should go see the guys and go back to the tavern and have a chat.
Act like.
Are you a male or female yak?
Man.
Man yak.
I am a
Are you male or
man.
female? I'm a man yak. Sweet. So you head back out to the front. You see Estrid and Torak sitting down kind of on the porch. They've basically finished all of the wine.
And the cheese.
And the cheese. And the bread. And one guard is kind of like standing there still like pretending that he's just like, no, just doing my job, I don't want to get in trouble kind of thing. And the other guy is sitting down there. He's had a couple of wines and a little bit of cheese, so he's going to have a great night. Gather them up and back to the tavern.
Are they going to come with us though? Like,
You gonna ask them? I don't know.
and the guards right next to them?
They're hanging out.
Are you guys walking off or what?
No, we've come to find you, but then you're sitting there getting drunk with the guards.
Maybe
Yeah.
we walk off and act like we're tying our shoelaces up and give them a little look.
Ah, wink.
Yeah. My.
Would you like to give that a try? As always.
Eyes.
So make me a deception check.
Oh, you're shit at that. Can I do it?
No, he's doing the
Oh,
wink.
no.
He's doing the wink. This is to see whether it's a wink or a.
11.
You wink subtly enough that Estrid's got her shit together. She knows what's up. She's like, well, that's the end of the wine. Off to bed, I guess. And then kind of walks up and walks off. Torak as well. Sweet. So you make your way back to
Nasty
the
places.
tavern. The, what's it called?
How the fuck did
The
that
Northlook Inn Tavern.
Look south.
As you kind of, everyone's starting to wrap up. It's like 10:30 at night. Everyone's kind of getting ready for bed. As you walk into the tavern, Old Blighty, the stuffed fish on the wall. As you open the door, the snow billows in, and everyone kind of like, "Boo!" And then Old Blighty kind of like turns, and he's like, "There's a place I like to go, farther up the river's flow, where it is." And then, as that's happening, what's his name? Scramsax basically like, and gets his tea towel that he's polishing glasses with and like stuffs it in the fish's mouth. And
As I walked in, I started singing. I would have sung along with it.
and he like stuffs it in, and then it goes back to how it is. And then he pulls out another tea towel and keeps polishing glasses.
We've got obviously go sit at our
At your table, or are you going
my
to your room?
normal table,
Mhm.
which is the one in the corner,
Mhm.
away from everyone else, sort of thing.
Scramsax brings you over your regular drinks, some fire wine, some ale. What are you partaking in the booze?
We've had enough, I
Had enough?
think.
Cool. He brings you one and puts it in front of you.
Okay, then I'm drinking it because I'm polite.
Polite, yeah.
Are you a religious fanatic? Are you an alcohol?
He's a fanatic.
Polar opposite.
Cool. So yeah, he kind of like brings it over, doesn't say anything, and then wanders off. And the bar's kind of like winding down. He's clearing up tables and whatever, and everyone's kind of like starting to go. It's a weeknight. Everyone's got to go to work the next day.
So I'd obviously start by telling the other two, like, at the dwarf's house, I found a sealed letter, envelope, from the town administrators, or whatever.
The speaker.
The speaker, with like their personal seal on it. So while we were there, when we went back to see the body, me and Shah snuck in, and I managed to get back to her office, and I found on her office her like to-do list lots of things to do. It said,
Do you show them, or are you just telling them?
oh yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I'll show them.
Yeah.
I'll show them the letter. And then obviously it says, like, find out about Targos, find out about East Haven. And then the last one, which, like, obviously is, like, the one of interest, is talk to Markham about the new sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. Do
So-
you guys know about the sacrifices? Did we
Yeah,
talk
we
about
were-
that last
Yeah,
we
you
spoke
did.
about it with
with Hill?
yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, well, obviously they know who's going to get sacrificed, so they've, like,
It's not really a lottery.
no.
But didn't most people suspect that anyway?
I know, but, like, finding out about it, like, they're obviously involved somehow.
So yeah, as a reminder, some towns in 10 towns to appease Oral, the Frostmaiden.
It's only the 3 big ones, isn't it?
Some sacrifice warmth, so they go one night a month, giving up food. Give up their warmth for a night, so no fires are lit between dusk and dawn, and the locals share body heat for warmth.
So no clothes as well?
No, they wear clothes. They just don't light a fire, and they basically all huddle together to share body warmth. Estrid, you know that in some of the towns, like if you strike a match or light a fire, everyone in the town beats you. In some of the smaller towns, they can't afford to sacrifice people, so they give up food. Their day's catch of knucklehead trout are strung up on racks out like a mile out of town, and yetis and other creatures come and like eat it, so they sacrifice their work. And then Bryn Shander, East Haven, and Targos basically sacrifice a person to appease the Frostmaiden.
I'm gonna first of all be absolutely appalled at the fact that they broke in somewhere. I did not notice that they disappeared.
We didn't break in. We just
They let us,
let
like,
ourselves in.
You could have just spoken to the guards. They were so nice. They just let us straight into the other place. They probably would have let you in there.
The window was open.
yeah. My fight bomb literally just rolled in there.
Basically, I've said my 2 cents.
Yeah.
And
Have a
I'm also
laugh.
going to be like, but I did hear something very interesting. Now that you're speaking of that, when we were walking in to talk to the Speaker of the Council, I heard another victim has escaped the lottery with a dagger of ice while we were walking in. What does that mean?
So they're picking who's going to die.
I'm not sure if we spoke
Or
about that
someone's
last time.
killing the people that they picked before they can sacrifice them. Another victim sacrifice has escaped the lottery with a dagger of ice. So the killer is killing the people that they've chosen.
Do you know what, Shah? I think that we should possibly sneak into Markham's house.
Let's do it. We're obviously operatives.
How's it, Lois?
Lowe's.
Markham lives in the hall.
Already done it. Look at that. Oh shit.
Did Esther tell us that?
You know that.
Oh, I knew it.
I just realised.
Why would I say that then?
Because you're an idiot.
Oh, add to that idiotness, I forgot to drop my disguise, so I was being around.
Oh no!
So a religious person just winked at Astrid.
You just like one of the people, male or female.
Male, I probably.
One of the people you like sip a beer, and one of the townsfolk comes up and says, Father, can I speak with you about something? And you're just like, and you go back to normal.
No, I go, oh, my stomach. And I run out the back and try and hide and swap back.
The townsfolk is just like,
He's had a long day.
I guess I'll see him in the morning.
He's had a long day. Big day. Big fella.
Big day.
8 foot.
7 foot now.
No, he's 8 foot.
Oh, yeah.
Come
It was
on.
9 foot.
Come on.
Yeah, sorry. Cool. So, anyone have any more information they would like to share?
Maybe we
Would
do.
love to,
Maybe
but
we do need to go back into the
we
hole
might
then.
need to. Because we haven't really gotten anywhere.
I feel like Malcolm would.
I just let them know what I found on the body in case I didn't tell them that before.
What did you find on the body?
That it was clearly not a dagger, it was more like an arch dart.
Crystal.
There was nothing,
And it basically cauterized the wound.
and there was nothing else on the
Because
body
if
of use.
if they know who's gonna die before the lottery is like done, why the best thing to do would be to find out who's gonna die next
They haven't
and-
chosen that yet as the list.
and scope it out and be there.
I think we should. I'd like to tail the Southwell dude.
The head of the militia.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Are we doing that
How
tonight?
drunk are you?
Are we doing that tonight or are we doing that tomorrow?
Well, we saw him go back home, correct? Yeah, so probably better off just doing it tomorrow when he
Mm.
starts his shift.
Well, she hasn't talked to him about it yet, so
No.
hopefully that happens tomorrow. So how do we get that information out of him?
We beat it out of him.
He's the leader of the town.
That seems like a
Small
bad
town, you know.
move.
Maybe you've the next town is only 2 hours away.
What if, because I can disguise myself, we'll see what he's into, man or female, don't know, and I'll seduce him, get him a little drunk at night, and get all the info out of him. I wouldn't know any better. I just got to do it within an hour.
The other option is we go for
That seems like a horrible idea, Sharp, by the way.
an
Just
early
sneaking
morning
along.
stroll to the next town and have a little sneak peek.
Well, it was like 2 hours from the next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a more sensible idea.
How long?
That would
How
be-
long till the next sacrifice?
Targos.
It's going to be a while, isn't it, in this
Yeah.
town? Because you say once a month.
Once a month, wasn't it?
So, highs or lows?
Who?
Somebody.
Lows.
So, the sacrifice is basically done
Oh, that's right.
at nightfall on the day of the new moon.
Being a hunter, I'm not exactly.
Tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Tomorrow night, the sacrifice happens.
That's what I mean. We can't go anywhere. We need to find out who this person that they want to sacrifice is, because they could get murdered before the sacrifice again. Maybe, potentially.
Are all the sacrifices for each town done at the same time? Would I
Yes,
know that?
yes. Because it's the moon cycle and stuff. That's
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
to appease the Frostmaiden.
Do we know what kind of thing that
Do they come
Targos
4
does?
people a year?
Targos is the town. You will know this. Let me just read you the little summary.
Like, do we know what thing they give up?
They sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Targos.
Or they
East
sacrifice
Haven.
people
Targos,
too?
East Haven, and Bryn Shander
Shander.
all sacrifice.
So Targos, Targos is on the waterfront, and there's ice and an unfrozen lake. So there's like a lake where people fish and stuff like that, but the edge of the lake is frozen. So essentially, you know that the people drag their boats across the ice into the water, like that scene in Batman. Where he makes them walk out across the water. It's very perilous. The fishermen literally drag their fucking boats across all the broken ice and then launch their little fishing dinghies and fish for knucklehead trout. So that's like Targos's main industry.
And their thing is sacrificing as well.
Yes.
12 people a year.
And small towns.
36 people a year between the 3 towns.
That's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Targos, you know, has a population of around 1,000 people.
That's not going to last long, is it?
Bryn Shander, so 12 a year out of 1,000, and Bryn Shander has approximately 1,200.
That's like 1% of the population. Like,
Well, they're literally, this only started recently, so they're very desperate because they're like, well, the winter isn't stopping. So every kind of village is like, well, desperate times.
Call for murder.
Maybe we'll just slit some throats and see if that helps.
Oh boy. Who came up with the idea to start doing that?
Probably the town speakers would have come to some agreement.
Seems
Oh,
like,
because they got the council body thing, eh?
seems like a dodgy bitch.
So, while you're thinking, this is probably the end of the night. We're going to have a little nap and decide what we're doing in the morning. What's the plan now? We had a bit of time to think about what we want to do.
We could either like trail him to see if he has any connections, have a chat to them, instead of going straight to him. I don't know what to do.
Seduce him.
Seduce him.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, I can't wait to seduce Dion. That's gonna be real fun.
Go to another town.
Go to another town. We'd get there in time. It's only 2 hours away. Because it's tonight now, technically, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in actions, isn't it?
What?
Long rest.
Mine's up the top.
Up top.
Oh.
Got it? You probably didn't do anything.
No.
I hadn't
I
long
used to
rested
find
since
shit.
last session.
Okay. So you were meant to do that at the start of the session.
Yeah.
But you didn't. Yeah, cool. Easy. So what's the plan of attack? What are we gonna do? Or do you want a half and half, split the party?
That worked out great last time.
Just move your hand, Nicole. Oh, you sweet. I'm just making sure the camera didn't freeze.
Okay.
Real sweet. So yeah, we split the party, or are we sticking together?
What was it for?
What
I
are
was
you
listening.
doing now? I know you weren't. What are we doing now? Are you going to go to the next village and investigate the next
Yeah, do we do
corpse?
2 people to the next village and 2 people try and trail
Follow
whatever
the-
shitface name is, Markham?
Markham.
So when do we know who does the sacrificing? Like who's at that little ceremony thing?
So it depends. So like a lot of the religious people of the town kind of do it and stuff and pray and whatever. Obviously the families of the sacrificed person, a few town officials and stuff. But you know what happens in the middle of the day. You two know this. You can choose to tell the other guys or not. The person will be picked. They'll be stripped naked, tied to a stake on the edge of town, and then at nightfall they'll be dog sledded out into the wilderness and abandoned into the wilderness. And that's how they're sacrificed, naked and freezing.
What was that middle bit? Stripped naked and then...
Tied to a stake
Oh.
on the outskirts of town.
And then they take them off the stake and then dogs sled them out.
Yeah,
That
nice.
seems stupid, eh?
Real nice. How tall, out of curiosity, is Markham?
5'5". Sucked in.
Dog sized big girl.
I was going to disguise myself as him and then go talk to But I
Don't
can't.
worry.
I'd
because
tell
I'll be way too
everyone
tall.
what I knew about that. And I'd let them know that it
Naked and afraid.
I think it would be smart to follow the sleds later tonight, if the person is alive at that point. See what's really happening out there.
So
To wait for them to kill and then.
Crumb doesn't really have any feelings towards the people that are being left out there,
Uh-huh.
but that's just like from.
Character perspective.
I more
Yeah.
think that it would
Um,
be interesting to see who's taking them out there and what they're doing with them.
So we, in other words, we want to scope out what they're doing. Is that tonight?
I too would be interested in the end-to-end process.
I'm just worried about the logistics of how it's going to work. Got some back end stuff happening. Wow.
Yeah.
But that gives us a full day to do stuff.
Yeah. So so what you're saying is me and Estrid know where the stake is? It's just out in the open.
Basically, like at one of the big gates to the city, there's like a not a town square, but like a place that's emptied out where, you know, if somebody needs to be punished and they put you in stocks and throw fruit at you, that's where it happens. Not in the centre of the town, like there's a bunch of different ones scattered around, but the one area that they use, there's like a noose, there's stocks, and then there's a stake. And that's where they do it because the dog sled shack is nearby, and that leads out into the wilderness.
Can we go talk to the dog sled dude?
If you'd like to.
Yeah. Try that.
Yeah. So you make your way over to where the town militia member who runs the dog sleds, and he will take the sacrifice out into the wilderness, and essentially you see him kind of like preparing his sled, getting everything ready. There's a couple of people there at the stake, kind of like preparing it, gathering the ropes. Shit's about to, like, it's starting to happen. It's happening. It's the night of the full moon.
It's happening.
Does he know me or Estrid?
You work at the blacksmith, so probably. He's a bit of a hunter as well, so chances are he probably knows who Estrid is, yeah.
Cool.
I was going to have to him and say, what you doing?
Well, it's the night, it's the day of the full moon, so I'm getting ready to...
Wasn't it new moon? That sacrifices as well?
Sure. Yes, you are correct. It is the new moon. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, the new
Is there
moon.
a difference?
Yeah, what is the difference?
New moon is where it's
Cool,
there's
don't
no
care.
moon.
Okay, I get
So
you.
it's the darkest.
So tonight is the darkest.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I thought it was the other way. So that's it's always dark, but because there's no
Very different.
perpetual winter. So he's getting ready, loading up on torches now that I know that it's going to be completely dark. Got to make the sacrifice to Oral.
I just asked Catch, like, oh, where do you go at night when you do this?
We have a place, we go out to Ice Crack Cavern, and we...
So you leave them in a cave?
No, we approach the plains.
Nice, correct.
And yep, just made that up on the spot, so that's going to be a feature now, isn't
Oh,
it?
it definitely is.
So we take the sacrifice, the poor victim, the honourable, brave.
Well, and you just go there.
Insight check.
Go for it.
You just go there by yourself.
Shitting him. 19.
You believe that what he's saying is like the right thing.
He thinks he's right.
You believe he doesn't, like, he's just doing what he's told to do,
Right.
and this is like, it's become so desperate because there is perpetual winter that like the townspeople are so like superstitious. Like, well, what we've been doing, which is nothing, waiting, isn't working. So like this is obviously, it makes sense. Obviously, a sacrifice
Gotcha.
to this dark power is the way we're going to fix this problem. So he knows and he believes what he's saying.
She thinks he's right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So they take them out. Him and a militiaman on the dog sled, and they basically strap the naked person to the dog sled, and they go out there and then just dump them off into the snow and then fuck off back
into the ice crack cavern.
into the plain near ice crack.
Okay.
They don't just
Sorry, I have to write.
they don't just dump them down into the crevasse.
That's what I
They
do.
take the sacrifices to Ice Crack Cavern. No, a plane near.
God damn it. Yeah, exactly
Around
that.
that one
Exactly
too,
that. Exactly that.
Yeah.
So you know that it's basically like an hour sled ride. So it's like a 2-hour walk.
Okay. Woof.
Woof.
I'm trying. Like,
And-
do you want to try and get on there?
Yeah, that could work. But like,
Well, intercept them. Wait there. or
Intercept him.
I just kind of like super subtly be like, who's going tonight?
Me and this local militia member.
No, I mean, who's
His name is Bryn. Young lad.
Oh, great guy.
Bryn McShander. Have you guys met him?
Yeah.
He's just super keen.
Bit of a dick.
Nah, he's really,
Make
was
us
really
kill
lovely.
really lovely young fellow. He's
I meant
volunteered.
who are you taking out tonight?
Well, we don't know until Markham.
Southwell.
We don't know until Markham Southwell picks. They draw at random.
Pigs.
They draw at random. They pick a
Really?
number out of the hat,
Oh.
and he rolls
Highs or lows?
highs or lows.
Ice.
Yeah, they just draw a number out of the hat, and it is who it is.
Have you ever seen them draw it out there?
It-
Inside check
even-
once again.
It could even be. It could even be the speaker. That's how committed Speaker Devessa Shane is to the cause.
Their
Even
number definitely isn't that.
even her name is in the hat.
Really?
I don't think I need inside check.
He believes you.
Oh man.
He believes what he's saying.
He's been indoctrinated.
So by that theory, I'm in there, and so is Estrid.
If you're citizens of this town, yes.
I'm citizen in that town.
Yes, tourists.
Give me the camera.
You got like a I went to Bryn Shane and all I got with this stupid pin kind of pin. Yeah.
If it's a stupid pin, it was probably made by his boss.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You just got a big yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, big,
Anyway, yeah. Cool.
Well done.
Done. Yeah. So, what's the plan?
Good question.
I think that's enough information. Don't know. What do you think? Anyone thinking anything?
Well, the majority of us can't see in the dark. We're not with the dogs.
Are you
impersonating,
allowed
Still there.
to
Okay.
are you allowed to take people with you? I really want to see like how it happens.
Yeah, the sacrifice and a member of the town militia.
What if we sign up to be a militia member?
You would have to speak to Markham.
Where is Malcolm?
I'll go have a yarn to Mark.
He's
Where's-
probably organising the draw.
Oh, from the town hall.
Maybe we should go say hello to Mark.
One of the town militiamen, they all have like a similar kind of uniform, like a cow that denotes them as part of the town militia. Comes running and kind of like it's like they've drawn the number. They've drawn the number. They've drawn the number. Well, drawn the name. They've drawn the name. Sorry, they've drawn the name. And he's kind of like you overhear him telling people
Who is it?
it's happening. We don't know. Fuck me. Markham has They've announced that they're going to go grab the sacrifice.
Guess we'll go have a look.
And runs off to tell other members of the militia.
And then so we know that they bring them to this area, don't they?
Yeah.
So I kind of leave the dog sled and I just kind of. So what's this square? It's just a square.
Just a little, the sacrificial.
And what's around it?
A dog sled place, a bunch of houses, a gatehouse and guardhouse and stuff, like a little mini barracks.
Yeah, okay.
Stuff like that. Nothing fancy.
I just go kind of find a spot quietly near a house where I'll pull my hood up and sit down, kind of unrecognizable, and watch.
I'd be kind of interested to see whose name was pulled, so I'd start making my way to wherever that was.
So probably in the town hall. Head back there.
Yeah, I'm going with
Torak.
Torak.
Yeah,
I'll write it down. That's good.
I'll do the same. I can't really blend in, so let's go.
Yep. So you make your way to kind of the center of the town, and you see already they've Markham and a few of the militia have acquired the sacrificial victim. You see an elderly man kind of like being dragged through the thing. He's kind of like kind of defeated and like accepting of what's happened. You see kind of like a bunch of town militia around, walking, escorting to the place. You see Markham kind of like walking behind with his arms folded, solemn, and you see a young boy, a young girl, a woman and an older woman, and they all look to be very kind of sad and dejected, very emotional, following a little bit of a distance to the ring of guards.
Who do I know who he is?
Highs or lows?
Eyes.
He looks to be a lifelong Bryn Shanderer. You don't know who he is, but he's just
A lifelong Brinny.
they call him Brinnies.
Brinnies for life.
And he's just quite an old man. You deduce that the old woman walking behind is probably his wife, judging by the fact that she's like rubbing her wedding ring and like crying and stuff.
It's quite sad.
So they basically march him to the square, and you see Estrid, that the family come and kind of like stand over near where you are as they're stripping the old man with his wrinkly old balls. They're tiny, it's real cold, they're shriveled, but they're strapping him, tying him to the post, and the two young children are crying, and the middle-aged woman, not the old woman, the middle woman is like saying to them, Grandpapa is doing a great deed for our home. His heroic sacrifice is for the greater good of Bryn Shander.
Can I see old mate? What's his name?
The town speaker,
Yeah.
Duvessa, she's
Duvessa.
nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. And the old woman, she doesn't say anything. She's just kind of like, you just see like tears roll down her face, and it's just like one, and it kind of like frosts up and like dries to the side of her face in like frosty ice. And they strip the old man naked, and they tie him, and five guards stand guard, and Markham and the rest of the guards march off back to their other duties.
Have there been, would either of us know if there's been, why do they need 5 guards? Have there been previous?
Just in case he tries to escape, you assume.
Yeah.
Maybe someone would try to come and free him, but this is an important sacrifice.
They left, Greg, so you said they walked off?
Yep. 5 guards, naked dude, and the family are chilling.
I kind of subtly follow Olden, what's his name?
Markham.
Markham.
Just you.
I don't know what the other guys are doing.
I
kinda
can't
hid.
blend
No,
in.
can't
so
stealth.
I'd love to.
I can't really blend in either.
Yeah, we still.
Yuck.
Trotting
Just
through
now
those
and then.
streets.
Yeah.
What's the plan, little dog?
Hmm?
What are you doing? Are you writing me a little note? Okay. So essentially, oh boy, I'll wait for this.
I'm gonna ask one of the guards, like, what does the sacrifice?
Stand back!
Okay, but what does the sacrifice?
Stand back! And you see him reach for his sword.
Okay, boring.
He's sassy accent.
Do you
Give
walk
him a
away?
proverb.
Yeah.
There is not much in the steel, but in friendship.
That's a good one, write it down. Highs or lows?
I'm just like obviously watching and waiting.
Highs or lows?
Lows. Watching the guy on the post.
Staying, watching?
Now that I've seen who they've chosen, kind of still keep slinking around, but kind of do I see where Markham goes?
Back towards the centre of the town.
I'll stay because I noticed everyone else was staying, so I kind of keep within.
Is there like
Shadow
a
them.
decent layer of snow on the ground, or is it pretty like sparse at the
Yeah,
moment?
it's not enough.
Okay.
Highs or lows?
No, I'm just
Highs or lows? Highs or lows?
highs.
What do you prefer?
I would prefer it if it was easier for me to not leave footprints.
There is where you are, because there's people walking and stuff all the time, the snow is like trodden down and slushy and stuff, so it's not like thick, soft, powdery snow.
Okay.
Make me a perception check.
Oh, that's pretty good actually.
Of course.
He grimaced and
17.
you notice that you see Crumb walk off.
Okay.
What are you two doing?
Stand right at the old dude and waiting.
I follow Crumb like at a
Mhm.
50, 60 yards.
I don't think it
Make me a perception check.
Ooh.
12.
12. Okay. So you two, you see the old man start like visibly shivering and convulsing, like violently. And then you see,
Yes, epilepsy.
then you see his breathing get slower and slower. His chest rising and falling less and less.
So, standing back, I'm gonna ask the guard, are they supposed to be alive when you drag them out in the snow?
Stay at a reasonable distance or we'll be forced to deal with you.
Reasonable!
I am at a reasonable distance.
Silence, citizen!
I'm not a citizen here.
Just a couple of times.
So, can you just ask them a question? Are they supposed to be alive when you take them out?
We are just guards. Our job is to
Oh, now he's just talking
stand
normally.
here.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, take it up with the sheriff.
Who's the sheriff?
Markham.
Okay. Alright, I'll go find Markham.
I'll come with.
Yeah.
So you're following? Make me a stealth check.
Do I get... No.
No, it's an hour.
No,
It's
yeah,
too long.
that was yesterday.
Oh boy, that's only an 8. No, it's too early.
I tried.
It's too early.
I tried. I really
Right.
Make me another perception check from Estrid.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
It's kind of ridiculous.
25.
Oh my god! Plus 10?
Yeah, 6 plus
Are you
4.
still doing it?
Or do I, like,
think it's
as
just
far as my
plus
dice,
4,
like, do
'cause
I
that's
even notice
included.
that?
Is
No,
it?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously I'm
You
still
may be
doing it.
21.
21. Okay.
It may be 21 if that's any
So,
I need to check what it counts first. Whether it automatically does it or not.
If you were to roll,
okay. Can you
do a roll for one,
and you,
select
Nicole,
that,
Nicole,
and see what happens.
Do we need to leave the room?
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
just plus 4.
Easy.
Nicole, can you and Josh please leave the room?
Okay, I'll go bring the dog in.
And then I'll yell out when you're allowed back.
Yep.
We just talk about our backstory now, you know.
The
how
little
the
dot
tourists
adds it in.
are-
Right?
This is so dumb. I really didn't think it would be this early.
So as you're following Crumb, you see him look around and vanish.
Mm-hmm.
And you see little footprints kind of like splashes in the water go off in the distance.
Fucking Frodo.
Are you gonna attempt to keep following him?
Yeah, I'll follow the splishy splash. Track it like a
So,
duck.
okay, hang
The
on.
spalooshes.
Alright, so
Hunt him like an animal.
Yeah, look, you're probably the best at it.
yep. And the dice
Yeah, well, second session, do it one time and you get fucking caught already. This is bullshit. No.
you can't follow it. You don't know where he's gone. You lose track.
Oh yeah.
And the slush and the snow, you see some splashes and you try to follow, and then it's gone. What would you like to do?
I would like to mess with the guards, please.
The 5 standing circle.
Yep.
How so?
Just like poke one,
Like turns around.
but like with his back to the guy that's tied to the pole.
Yeah. Looks around. He's like, turns to one of the other guys. He's like, "Where did that yak go?"
Do it again.
Is that you, Shandy? Are you poking me? One of the other guards says, "No. What are you talking about?"
And then go around the other side of the circle, poke another one.
Uh-huh.
Can he see this happening?
No.
Okay.
Lost you. Gone. He kind of like, "What's going on? Who's playing silly buggers?"
And then, is there like stones near my feet?
Yeah, it's like cobblestone kind of path road.
Or is there, like,
with snow
loose
and stuff.
ones?
Yeah, sure.
I'll grab one and ditch one over by where the sled dog hut is.
One of the sled dogs kind of like,
They don't see that. Is that too far?
they're just oblivious. The guards.
Oh my god.
Are you trying to distract them to get
Yeah, I want them to move away.
highs or lows?
Highs.
They're adamant that they're staying there and not moving.
Alright. I am going to cast.
What's coming?
Bonfire! Make me a perception check,
Aw.
just quickly.
20.
You notice
That's an unnatural one,
that
obviously.
the old man
Yeah.
has stopped breathing.
Oh, she's dead.
Oh man, nice. That's nice.
Continue. Go about your business. What are you about to do?
No, well, why would I do it if he's dead? Alright. Can I give one a wedgie and then walk off?
Make me a. You're short. Make me a.
I want to be like this.
Yeah. Make me a strength check.
Atomic weight. Natural 20 on the pants room.
A 12.
You like lift up his like little butt armor flap, like his leather armor flap, and you like grab his little pantaloons, and you like, and he like, he's like, oh, and he turns to one of the other guards, and he's like, I have to go visit the gents' room. And he like,
Oh man,
he wanders off, and you see him like put his hands down, he's like readjusting himself. He's like, what the fuck happened?
I'm probably gonna walk over then to the dogs and untie them, all of them.
As always.
Lows.
As you walk over, one of the dogs kind of like
Don't worry about that.
lifts its ear and like
How close am I? Am I really close to them?
as you basically get to the fence
Okay.
where they are, and one of the dogs starts growling.
No, I won't worry about it then.
Cool.
I'll go back behind the shed and I'll turn visible again. Obviously looking
Perception.
round to see if there's
Perception.
anyone.
Do I notice any of that happening?
Are you still looking around, or would you
I'm just kind of
go
generally
back?
watching around.
You would hear the guards talking, which, from aside from them yelling at Torak, they've basically been quiet the whole time.
Okay.
21.
21. There's no one around.
Yep.
Visible?
So I turn back visible. Do I know roundabouts where Astrid is?
Astra's not to be seen.
Oh wow, she's gone invisible.
So, just are you all done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I see.
Nicole, Josh.
I wanted to create mayhem. It's not
I
fair.
think. Oh, they are coming. I was like, did they not hear me? You can come back now.
Is everyone dead?
Hello.
Did it happen?
Not yet.
Both your characters die of a brain aneurysm.
Hey, I knew that'd happen.
So,
Uh-oh, I said.
as you, where did you guys go to?
Marcus?
yeah.
Is that his
Markham.
name?
Markham. Cool.
Close enough.
Cool. Basically, you go back, you follow the guards and stuff. They kind of go to the town hall. They kind of Markham basically is like, well, that's another sacrifice done. I guess that's it for another month.
So, just a quick question, Markham. Hello, by the way.
Hello.
Are the sacrifices supposed to be alive when you take them out into the snow?
Yes. We take them out into the snow and we leave them to the cold and the yetis and the other creatures and sacrifice them to appease the Frostmaiden.
Well, you may want to look at assisting the one that's in the town square because they're almost dead.
He kind of like puzzles.
Nice.
Do you know he's almost dead?
He says that's impossible.
I don't think he's breathing anymore.
He was breathing when we left him.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Seconds ago. Minutes ago.
Okay. If he's dead, it's on your hands. The sacrifice is ruined because of you.
Persuasion check me.
Oh, that's a 19. Hang on. Plus something.
Yep, that's fine. Markham
I really want to rub it in just a second.
kind of like leans into one of the other guards and they like whisper. And he sighs, and then the guards turn around and walk back.
All of them with Markham.
They make their way back to the
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
thing.
You made a big mistake.
The old man, naked, strapped to the thing. And then...
Am I still in the back street kind of thing?
Yeah.
What?
Is there anything you want to do?
Yeah, I just kind of, once again, kind of
What did we
slink into the
miss?
corners.
Yeah.
Not make a
Markham
scene
like
myself.
walks over, and the guards kind of like one of the guards is still over adjusting his. He comes back, he's adjusting his pants, and he like looks up, and he's like hurries back to his post, and Markham kind of like pushes him aside, and he goes and checks the pulse of the old man. And then Markham, like, leaves. And the guards, the 5 guards standing there on guard duty are like... And then the other guards kind of, like, turn around and follow him.
Do I see either of these two still around, or are they just gone?
Perception check me. Where are you?
Yeah.
I did walk out from behind the sled.
14.
You see Crumb near the dog sleds, and the other side of the road you see Estrid. Markham and the guards have now out of sight.
Right.
I'll do a little out of view following Markham and the guards. Just to see why he's going if he's so stressed about.
Yeah, so he walks into the town chambers, busts open the door. What are you doing? Are you following them?
I'd probably be with Shah still, kind of keeping a distance.
So you see him bust open the town door.
You'd go with. I probably would go with.
Yeah, but I'd
Because
be doing it at like a...
I know what. I know what's going on, but
I'd be doing it at a very far distance back, staying out of sight.
I would definitely walk past the guards though that are guarding him. And be like, oh, "You boys have stuffed up," and then keep walking.
He goes in. The whole bunch of guards kind of like milling out the front, like awkwardly, don't really know what's going on. And he storms in up to Devessa. Devessa is sitting on kind of her
Throne.
not throne, but yeah, her council chair.
Iron throne.
And is sitting there, throne made of iron throne made of keys. And is sitting there, and he says, "We need another sacrifice." And Devessa is just like, "So soon? What happened?" And Markham says,
It's cold as fuck.
"The sacrifice didn't survive, hasn't made it. We're not able to sacrifice him."
Go on,
And then
Toro.
him and Devessa kind of stand up and leave. She says, "I have an idea." And she walks out, leads Markham kind of following behind, and she says to the guards, "You men, with me!" And she marches off.
Just lean up against the house and just
Casually
wait for him to
chilling.
run by.
Following the group. Yeah, following the group.
I have no idea
Yeah.
what's
Did
going
they
on
say?
at the moment.
Did they go further into the building, or did they leave the building
Into the town.
into the town? Yeah, I'd keep following it. Significant paces away.
They march up to a house. There's a bunches of flowers. Not like there's
That's such a
because it's
dick
dark.
move.
They're not like flowers. They're like you know how like
Weeds.
yeah, kind of like little buds, and they haven't bloomed because there's no sunlight and stuff.
Colour thistles.
And there's a bunch of like older ladies kind of sobbing outside the house, and Devessa bashes on the door. And the old lady who was following the naked man through the street answers the door, and the old lady says, "What do you want?" And Devessa kind of like steps back into the side, and she says, "Seize her." Some of the guards.
I'm gonna jump out and just like say, You've already taken your sacrifice. This is unreasonable.
The guards are kind of like,
Oh boy.
and they grab the old lady kind of like awkwardly, and Duvessa says, I'm the speaker of the town. We make the sacrifice now. Contact the sledsman.
She wasn't picked. Make another pick. Could be you this time.
The old lady
I'm
is
trying to
crying.
well up the crowd.
Crying.
There's a crowd here, sure.
There's a couple of elderly people and a bunch of town guards.
I'll stand behind him, even though I can't, because I'm just giant. But behind him.
Literally, he's like up to your knee. So they, the guards kind of like grab the lady, and Duvessa says, "Take them to the. This man is not the speaker. I am the speaker. Take this man. Take this sacrifice to the sled, and we do the sacrifice now. We don't wait till night. We do the sacrifice now."
Good one.
Done. I'm so confused.
The guards drag the old lady, crying, wailing. She's no match for the guards. She's been crying all morning because her husband has been sacrificed, who's now dead. She doesn't know that, but she's assuming he's going to die, and she gets dragged away back towards the dog sled. One of the guards, kind of like a senior guard official, kind of comes over and says, "Look, a sacrifice has to be made. That's the rules. The 10 towns have decided that we have to make a sacrifice.
You've already made one.
We haven't made the sacrifice."
Yes, you have. What does it matter where he dies?
Well,
Why don't you just take his corpse out there?
his body hasn't been sacrificed to the Frostmaiden.
Where is the
He definitely
Frostmaiden?
died to frost.
He's an old man. Maybe his heart gave out. Maybe he wasn't strong enough. Maybe he wasn't a worthy sacrifice.
How much more do you want to take from this family?
They have children. Who's going to take in the children?
Think of the rest of Bryn Shander for the greater good.
I feel like the rules clearly state that
Highs
a
or lows?
selection
Highs or lows?
has to be highs. A
Tourist
selection
speaking up
has
here.
to be made.
He looks at you and says, "Are you choosing to become a citizen of Bryn Shander? And you would wish to put your name into the lottery?"
Mine is.
Yes. Would you like to elect and vote and have the Speakers Council vote on your election in the next electoral meeting? Or would you like to leave the
Where's all that crapping on about?
would
now?
you like to leave the decision making to the elected speaker, the elected official of this town?
No, I'd just like the elected people to follow the rules,
That they made.
She is
not
following the
make them
rules.
up off the cuff.
I trust. I have faith that Speaker Duvessa is doing what she feels is right.
So who's going to take in the children? Who's going to care for them?
The old lady, her daughter, they're her children.
Oh boy. Yours being a silly.
This is what is right. This is just. These are the rules that we all must follow. He says, if my name was drawn, my wife and children would be sad, but I would gladly sacrifice to appease the Frostmaiden so that my family may live free and see the sun rise once again.
So what if, hypothetically, your name was chosen, but you died in the town square, so they came for your wife as well? How do you think your children would feel?
This is a rare occurrence.
Apparently not.
This
It's the first one.
This is just
1 out of 1.
this is just the way it is. This is the way.
Fuck hell. Now you get copyrighted.
Do you know the way? 2 for 2. What would you like to do now?
It's literally like bashing your head against a brick.
I'm keeping
Trying
my
to
head
talk
down
to these
so
fucking
time.
citizens.
I'm gonna go walk back over the state to see if another person just mysteriously dies.
Heading back to the dog sled area, the stake. Yep. Who else is going?
I'm going to walk with Shah.
Is everyone going back?
And basically, all the guards have already followed. Yeah.
So there's no one left at the hall now?
Just you're not at the hall.
Where am I?
At the old lady's house.
Oh yeah, but would there be anyone left at the hall?
You would have to walk back and find out.
Okay.
The regular guards are standing post. Maybe even a couple of extra ones.
Oh really? Spicy.
Where did old Captainy and Lady Friend go?
No idea.
But they're at the house.
Oh, sorry. They are both. You don't know. They've left. They're gone.
But did they follow the guards to the square, or did
Yes.
they go elsewhere?
Yeah.
They followed the guards to the square.
So, while myself and Shah are walking back, I'm going to subtly just say, if only the old man was still alive.
As you approach the square, there is now about 50 guards.
There's not any guards in the town of 1,000?
That's a lot. So, there's 50 guards
50.
around the area. They've been mustered.
5% of the town.
You see that.
So there's 50 guards, and there's a lot of guards at the hall too. Come on.
Shanda can muster up to 250 soldiers.
Oh!
Quarter of the town.
They live in the wilderness, mate. Come on.
Oh, messed it about.
Desperate times.
What
So there's
is it?
50 militiamen standing by. As you see the sheriff strapping the old lady, still in clothes, wrapped in a blanket, strapped to the dog sled. And as you approach, the gates open and the sled leaves the town.
So, I'm also going to say about kind of wanting to know what goes on in the what is it, ice crack
Cabin.
cabin?
Yeah, sure.
That's actually a valley near the ice crack cabin.
Oh, sorry,
It's a
sorry,
plain.
plains
It's a plain.
near the ice crack cabin.
Thank you. No! Yeah. Yes, what do you want to know about it?
It's still a 2-hour walk away, isn't it?
It's a 2-hour walk or a 1-hour sled.
Any spare sleds?
Not just laying around.
Fuck.
There's not really much point in going there then, is there?
The guards close the gates and start to disperse.
And was it just when we saw the sleigh go off, it was just the guy
The sledsman,
and then one
a militia, 2 militia this time actually, and the old lady wrapped in furs.
Markham didn't go with him. Oh, he came back.
He strapped the old lady to the thing and
Yeah,
just kind of
came
like
back.
told him to mush. Is that what you say to dogs? Mush. Yeah.
mush mush. Oh, I can't go back.
Kind of like walks away.
This is not that shocking to me being around the town for that long.
Superstition, you know that superstition and like the ritual and the sacrifice has to be made. The people have kind of worked themselves up in their heads that this is what has to happen. They're as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice our love.
Oh boy, that is awful.
Done. The sacrifice for this town this month is over.
Have the guards completely dispersed from the centre?
There's no point guarding it because
I'm going to go look at
they've taken down the body,
Damn it.
and it's kind of like they're carting him away, kind of thing.
I'm going to walk up to the guards now that everything's kind of settled and just ask, hey, can I have a look at the dead body?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's...
Your mate, Bryn McShander,
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, sure. He was meant to go on the
Yeah.
sled,
Yeah, I was about
but
to say,
he's kind of like, oh man, bummed out. Doesn't get to go on the cool ride out to the ice crack caverns. He's like, yeah, sure, okay.
So just
And he like lifts up a sheet, and there's just blue lips, blue fingernails, cold rigor mortis. Not rigor mortis yet because it hasn't been that long.
frozen.
icy.
Old man.
I just look to see if there's any...
He's got like little icicles on his
is
testicles
there
and everything.
any weird injuries, any foaming at the mouth, anything untoward?
What does a heart attack look like?
Nothing. Looks like a normal person.
There you go. Nothing.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. It looks like he died of like exposure.
Yeah.
An old man literally dragged through the snow
Yeah.
of the street, naked, shivering. It's cold. No dagger blades through the chest.
No signs he was poisoned or
No.
anything. Alright. I give him a thanks and walk off.
He like covers up the thing. Poorly, the guy's arm like flops to the side, and they like cut him off. So, where would you like to reconvene to discuss matters? Standing out in the cold streets, we're going to head back to the tavern, where we like to set off for another village.
Well, we can possibly get to the next one before they...
That's true, actually.
Do
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, because the sacrifice normally happens at night,
Yeah.
What's the
Not
time
like these
now?
psychos.
like 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, yeah.
These guys are
Yeah,
psychos.
I don't really want to be here.
Where do we kind of meet? Near where the
I mean, the
gates
town
are?
hall, the tavern, right?
Yeah, well, where are we all kind of around?
You're
the
around, kind of
square
around.
anyway?
Yeah, because you all kind of followed the commotion.
Well, I think we should go to the next town and I can lead us there very quickly.
Yep.
I've been that way
Scouty.
hundreds of times.
Don't really want to be here much longer.
Sweet. So you would
I
like
think
to
we
go
should get out of town and
to
lay low.
Targos.
Yep.
Targos is the next town. It's only 2 hours away.
Yeah.
So essentially, we are going to. So we're all walking. What's our kind of like? You're leading the party to navigate.
I'm next.
I'll go
Yep.
Go up the
just
back.
after him then.
Cool. And at the back, sweet. Essentially, the. Let me just find my little. I need the DM card. You're as cold as ice. That was good. I like that. That was a good little.
Glad you liked it.
Oh, wait, mate.
That you've lost a few viewers, mate.
That's fine. That's fine. Fucking, they don't like my bad jokes. They've come to the wrong place, haven't they?
Can't lose what you don't have.
So the
Many tears.
travel. So as you travel, it's only a short course. Give me a survival check.
All of us.
No, just the leader.
Natural
Oh,
20
that's pretty good.
plus
We get there in an hour.
6. So you see like a there's kind of like 2 paths that can go to Targos, thank you. And there's one that kind of goes slightly more to the north, one that goes slightly more to the south. And you see a blizzard coming, so you take the south path further away from the blizzard, and you kind of like outrun it essentially, and you make it perfectly fine in actually good time. It only takes you an hour and a half due to your expert tracking skills, and you make it to Targos. And as you make it to Targos, what's your bonus? What did you just discover?
Because I'm a natural explorer, Arctic as well, would have been +12.
Jesus Christ! At level 2!
That's one of his.
You have favoured terrain type.
yeah,
Your
favoured
proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make an int or whiz check related to it. Orange.
That's amazing.
Looks like you're leading.
Like Bryn Shander, Targos is encircled by a wooden wall, which helps protect the town against orcs and other threats from the wilderness. The wall extends out into the lake, creating a safe harbour for the town's boats. But now Oral's long winter has frozen the water in the harbour, and many of Targos's boats are trapped within the ice. You see fishermen dragging their small vessels into and out of the ice to reach the unfrozen lake beyond the harbour walls. This town has always had the biggest fishing fleet and biggest fishing industry. So basically, as you as you make it there, the gates and stuff are open. The guards kind of like there's a bunch of guards standing at the gates, but it's the middle of the day, dark because there's no sunrise. But you make it to the Targos. So basically, it's like 11:30, 12 o'clock by the time you get into the town. You know that you definitely, Estrid, know that there is an inn called the Luskan Arms, and this is also the town speaker's residence. So this is just an inn, not a tavern. You know that there is a general store. This general store's name is Triglio. And there is a tavern
As well as the inn.
called the Three Flags Sailing. Questions, Nicole? Questions? You look like you're about to ask something. No, cool. Where would we like to...
How many gates into Targos are there? When we walk in, do we see the sacrifice?
No. Not at this, not at this gate.
I'm following the...
Make me a history check. Or something intelligence based. Roll the dice. What'd you roll?
17.
Cool. You know that in this town, Targos, the town centre is where the sacrifice is
I tell the others
kind of
that.
tied up.
I think we should go for a wander past.
See if they're prepping, yeah.
Yep. Sounds like a good idea.
Middle of the day, you make it to the town centre. There is a stake, like a tying post stake thing in the middle of the town. There's no one there. It's not occupied yet. There's a bunch of tiki torch kind of things, stake torches around. They're not lit yet though.
I would like to probably then go to the inn if that's where you can find the
speaker?
Speaker, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah, happy to go
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So you make your way to the Luskan Arms. It's the oldest public house in 10 towns. Established way back when Bryn Shander was still just the camp on the hill. And Luskan was a thriving city. There's a bunch of like traders and stuff kind of like congregating around the front, unloading their wagons and stuff like that. This is where everyone kind of stays. Do you go inside?
Mm-hmm.
You see a human, kind of a bald man whose face is kind of sunken into a deep depression, kind of like staring wistfully, sad, drearily out the door. And he sees people coming in and says, hello travellers, welcome to the Luskan Arms. I am Owen Tarsenel. I am the proprietor here. Do you need lodgings?
Where's the speaker?
Yes. He directs you down the hallway to the left. The largest suite is where the town speaker resides.
Yep. Wander down.
You get to the door. Do you knock?
Oh wait, ask him first. We know it's like the night of the new moon. We're from Bryn Shander. We're just wondering if the sacrifice has been chosen here yet.
That's not really my area of expertise. I just hope it's not me.
Fair. Yeah, I'll walk down with them as well.
Mm-hmm. So there's a door with two guards standing at the edge of the thingamajiggo, and you approach, and the two guards kind of like cross their spears, barring your entry. Do you have an appointment?
We have been assigned to help Targos by the head of the Council of Speakers in Bryn Shander, Devessa Shane. She sent us to investigate the murders that have been happening recently.
The second guard says, he didn't ask you that, he asked you if you had an appointment.
I don't need an appointment.
He like taps his spear to the other spear, and he says, this says you do.
Oh, tempted.
I'm pretty sure we booked one for check's time. 15 minutes time?
You hear the bolt slide, and the door open, and you, a tiefling exits, closes the door behind him, and says, gentlemen, I'll handle this. And he introduces himself to you. He says, I am Scath.
Scath?
Yes.
Pleasant name.
And I am an associate of the speaker. What can I do to help you, fine folks?
Oh, this guy sounds dodgy. Is this building made out of stone also?
Yep.
Can I see where, like, if the walls are thick?
Are you gonna like check while he's standing there talking
Yeah,
to you?
just tap on the
Or
wall.
a
Like,
casual observation.
no, I'm just gonna tap on the wall,
Give it a crack.
like with the butt of my axe.
Yeah, sure. Give it a crack.
Oh wow. Okay. What am I doing?
Hey, well, what's your tinkering and stuff related to? Your craftsmanship.
I think.
Yeah, intelligence.
Yeah.
That would be a 19.
Big old stone like.
No,
bricks.
I need to know how thick they are.
11.2.
Like, how many feet, like, thick are they? Not
Fucking
even a foot?
Half a
or-
foot. Half a
Oh,
foot.
okay, cool.
Bricks. Interior bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In that in that case, I would
What have I
like to cast Detect Magic. So he grabs out his Tinker's Tools and just taps it on the side of his armour. And within 30 feet, I can detect magic. I'd just like to know if there's any this little shady dude's doing anything.
Yeah,
See.
I don't think so. But we're gonna check. I'm gonna do the right thing.
How long does that last?
10 minutes.
Sweet. Let's walk around the place and have a look. Little metal detector for magic.
What's the radius of it?
30 feet. Within 30 feet of me, I can sense the presence of magic. And it gives off a faint aura around every visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and it can also go through 1 foot of stone, so I can see through it.
Got him?
What's the radius of it, sorry?
30 feet.
There's nothing magical within 30 feet.
Okay.
Sorry, that's a lie.
Who?
You.
What? Oh, piss off.
You have,
Everyone
Magical
else close
chicken.
around me.
they don't have any magical artifacts.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's no, there's nothing around you within 30 feet that is magical of origin. Scout says, so how can I help you?
I'll see, I'm the talker here.
Yep.
We've been sent by the town speaker of Brinshander, Devessa
yes.
Shane.
Devessa, how is she?
She'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. We've been sent to investigate the murders that have been happening in Brinshander, Targos, and the neighbouring East Haven.
Murders?
Oh my god.
Don't play stupid. Fuck it.
Give me a...
I can't even fuck with
Give me a-
meeting with like...
Give me a perception check. Everyone who wants to see
You're
can
a-
give me a perception
you're a-
check.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
16.
that's good.
Don't even worry about me, eh?
I think you're going to be the only one.
No.
You
Nice.
two guys are like,
I definitely rolled
seems a
an
bit
8.
sus. See, like, he has to know. If he's come out of the speaker's office, he has to know about the murders. Murders? What murders? You don't mean the sacrifices. They're not murders.
No. There was a shipbuilder here, we've been informed, a human, who was murdered.
You'll have to find Neff.
And we also know that he was murdered by some sort of ice weapon, ice shard, ice knife, ice blade, directly piercing his heart.
No,
Is that
no,
enough?
Ice.
Exactly. Is that enough information for you?
I am just an associate of the speaker. You'll have to find Nath when he's finished this monthly business.
Who's Nath?
He is the speaker. Nath.
And I just yell, Nath!
Naerth. And he also says his last name. Maxil Danar. Maxildanar.
No.
Not right.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
No.
No.
He's. You'll have to find him. I'm just kind of like doing. some
Isn't he in the
paperwork.
office?
He's not. He's off taking care of this
Can I try?
monthly business.
Whilst
The
he's
door, he closed the door behind him.
As he's talking to these guys, and after I call him a dickhead, I kind of just walk outside and kind of do a lap of the building to see if I can kind of wander past that area, see if there's a window I can kind of peek in, see if there's anything.
Make a
Solid
investigation
scheme.
check.
15.
Nothing that you can. There's no kind of like windows to the outside. It's very cold. The luxury suites don't have windows because they're that's how you let the cold in. Nath says to you guys, "I can take." Sorry,
Nath. Yeah, he's here. I say I called him, and he disappeared.
Scat, the tiefling, says, "I can take you to see Nath if you would like."
Thank you. That'd be great.
That'd be incredible.
Hallelujah.
And that's where we'll leave this session.
Oh,
So if you need to write a little note,
doing me head in.
do the thing.
We'll be fagging.
And that is the end of session 2 of Cold Embrace.
Probably should have taken a few more notes.
That's fine. A lot happened, but not a lot happened. So, yes, that is the end of our second session. So we'll see you all in 2 weeks.